I do believe that we will move forward as advertised, which is Poirier moves into Khabib. I also believe the rumors about September, and I believe the rumors about Abu Dhabi. And in this space, boy, that's a lot of clues. We usually don't get that many clues, do we, guys? So I think where there's smoke, there's fire, and that is what I think, but I'm not certain about it. Look, there is some moving parts with those interim championships. I love the interim championship. I think it's appropriate. I think it creates opportunity. And I think when you're in face-to-face with what's our other option. So let's look at that weight class specifically. What is our other option? Khabib Nurmamgomedov, the undisputed champion, does not have a license. He's standing in the corner wearing a dunce hat. So what do? Do you strip him? Now without a loss? Not only without a loss as champion, without a loss ever in the history of his career, he's no longer champion, but he's still within the organization? Maybe. That's an option. Or you don't strip him, but you do something in the meanwhile, in the interim. So I like the interim belt. I think the same thing can be said for guys that suffer injuries, that we don't know how long those are going to be. Well, I suppose Robert Whittaker would be a fine example. Did nothing wrong. He didn't train wrong, spar wrong, fight wrong. He did nothing wrong. His intestines gave him a hard time. He's got to be given a minute to work through that. He does not deserve to have the title strip, particularly after what he went through with the Yoel Romero fight, everything that he did to earn that belt. So what do? You just don't let the boys in the back get on with it. You don't let the fans get on with it. You don't let the promotion get on with it. Or you do, but you have to strip him. Or, third option, you do something for the meanwhile, in the interim. It makes a lot of sense for me. With one caveat. There has to be some kind of rules and parameters as to what that belt means. And I'm talking about a true number one contendership. I'm talking about this is a bracket and both guys just made it through the semis and now we're going to the gold medal match. As long as we adhere to that, I think we can really understand and get by, because I want you guys to get behind the interim titles too. I don't want them to go away. And I will tell you, for the guys, for the gals who are fighting for them, who are winning them, it is extremely underhanded for anybody, particularly people in the business. And I hear media do this. It's very underhanded when a media member does this. Very. But when they dismiss that title, that athlete did nothing wrong. That athlete did what was asked of them. And at the end of the night, the promotion and the sanctioning body rewarded them with a gold belt that says champion on it. It just also says interim champion on it. Okay, fine. Why is anybody disrespecting that? But I do hear that happening. Now, you guys, the fans, you're free to do it. I don't actually notice you doing it, but you are free to do it. People within the business, fellow media members that are going to come out and piss on a title that somebody worked his life to get, man, I don't like that. But we do need to know what it means and what it represents and where it goes. And I don't know that it's as simple as that. I do believe, overarching premise, that it is going to be Poirier, it is going to be Khabib, it's going to be for the undisputed title, it's going to be Abu Dhabi, it's going to be September, all these different things. To act as though for all those reasons I believe it, and all those reasons that it should apply, and then act as though that doesn't somehow pertain to Tony Ferguson, who had a championship, had an injury, no fault to his own, no longer has a championship, but never was defeated. Come on, Tony Ferguson's got an argument. Of course he does. Conor McGregor came out. Now, Conor was just doing this to be a dick. But it was still very effective. And here's what he said. He congratulated Poirier. Did you guys see this? Conor McGregor went to Twitter. He congratulated Poirier 5 minutes after Poirier beats Max and gets the belt around his waist. He's not even to the back yet. He's not even hit the showers yet. And Conor McGregor puts out a tweet and congratulates both of them on a wonderful fight. Says, Max, go back to 145. You're still the champion there. Dustin, your next fight will be with Nate, as previously promised. Now, this is very interesting. And I love talking about Conor because Conor has always sold to you guys, and you gobbled it up, that he has power. But right now, he's attempting to feint that power, of which he does not have. But wouldn't it be interesting if he just randomly happened to get one right? And it does draw into Poirier versus Nate, which is a very sellable fight, not for nothing. I don't know that it makes sense right now if Khabib is coming back and it's a September date and everything's going in that way. And if you're not going to give it to Khabib, Or I apologize, if you're not going to give Poirier and Khabib together, who are you going to give Khabib? Fine, Tony Ferguson is still standing there. I don't know that there's a whole lot of heat behind that fight any more than there would be for Poirier. I mean, I think that's a good, solid fight either way. I don't think you try to pull one guy out or pull something shady. I don't think that it really swings the needle all that much. Conor McGregor coming back, and I am a little bit lost on Conor. He was given 6 months. That was retroactive to October 16th. So, yeah, okay, Conor would be clear by then. If Conor wanted to step in and fight Khabib, the gig is up. Conor's going to be fighting Khabib, which would mean Poirier would go into Nate. Now, guys, everything I'm saying to you right now is purely to entertain you and create a dialogue and create conversation, because there's nothing more fun than speculation. I think. I'm not positive that some kind of a variation could play out in that. Welcome to the sport. One guy gets sick. One guy breaks a knuckle. One guy calls in and says, I don't know about that date. Great. If the company wants to do something else, great. Hey, don't worry about that. Take care of yourself. Health first. Hey, Tony Ferg, what are you up to? Hey, Nate Diaz, what are you up to? Interested in an interim championship? I mean, this is how it works. It moves really fast. I think that Poirier and Khabib is a fantastic fight. I will not make believe for you guys that is a huge fight. Good fight. A lot of people are going to watch it, going to do just fine. Absolutely. Good night. It's not going to be great. I get it. I mean, it's just not. It's one of those deals. It's just one of those deals. And if you're given the opportunity to put Conor and Khabib in, I don't think they would do that in Abu Dhabi. I think there's a whole lot to discuss here. But it would still be something very special. And it would still sell out, and it would still pack the house, and I don't think it's going to change the pay-per-view. I don't know that the location. I mean, I get the thrill in Manila. That didn't make any kind of sense either, but it happened. Mike Tyson versus Buster Douglas in Japan. The hell kind of sense did that make? But it happened. Fun time to be in the fight, guys. Fun time to be a fight fan. Guys. Unless you're Jordan Burroughs. If you're Jordan Burroughs, you got roughed up a little bit.